Hello, dear one. Lenka Lutonska here, founder of Business Energetics Academy. And today I want to share with you 4 anti-sales rules, perhaps, or the rules I'm definitely breaking when it comes to selling and still very easily making 100K months in, months out, and still creating, 900,000 sometimes in 3 weeks, 400,000 in 1 day, and so forth and so forth. So you might say, I'm really, really good at selling. Yes, maybe, but I will tell you, I'm so crap in following traditional sales rules. Is unbelievable. Because here is what I do believe. Lots of those sales rules are outdated and they're based on wounded masculine energy. A paradigm of selling that is crumbling, that is on its way out. And we're here, you and I are here to lead a new paradigm, business energetics, which is a whole new economy and style of selling in itself, which holds incredible amounts of abundance for you, for each of your clients, for the world. So I'll be preaching about business energetics and about the new economy, probably until I die. But in this video, let's go into those 4 rules that definitely help me to create incredible abundance in my business and for my clients and with my clients. So for today, let's go into those 4 sales rules I'm breaking that definitely help me to create insane amount of abundance in my business and lots of impact in the world. And I believe this will help you massively too. Let's do it. Okay, so the first sales rule I definitely do not follow is to focus on sales conversion. I know you've heard this 1,000,000 times from successful people saying, oh, I can sell ice to Eskimo. And it's something like to be proud of, or my sales conversion rate is 100%, like something to be proud of. To me, I couldn't care less about the sales conversion, and I certainly don't want to be selling ice to Eskimos. In other words, I will 1,000,000 times will be happier when I get less clients that are super aligned with my work, with the power of business energetics, and are ready to harness the full power of it, rather than having, at the cost of the client, regretting or finding out they're not ready to harness the full value, or me feeling lack of integrity. Like, no. What it means is that in my selling, I'm completely detached. I don't focus on this is gonna be yes answer. I don't focus on this is gonna get this amount of sales. I don't focus on that at all. I make an invitation. I have a powerful conversation. I'm there for the client, and I'm there to lead client to decide for themselves whether it's yes or no for them right now, both of which are as valid and as powerful decisions. It's in between that is not desirable for client. It's in between that the client feels like, I feel like I want to change, I want to grow, I want to do something, I want to change my life, I want to grow my business, create extra growth in my business with my soul, not with more effort. But I don't know, your program is calling me, but I'm not sure. That is not a good place. The in-between is not a good place. So I'm simply there with my selling to help clients to make the most powerful decision for them, whether it's yes or no. And that's it. And you know what is funny? That in that way, my sales conversion is actually insanely high. Why? Because client can feel internally that I'm not there to sell to them or convince them to buy. They feel that I have got their best interest in heart. In fact, can I tell you something funny? There is enough times I was talking to a potential client in past, and you know what I told them? My darling, save yourself money for now, not yet. You wouldn't get a 100% value out of the program, not yet. And yes, basically, I talked my potential clients out of the buying. But overall, does it work? Hell yes. My programs still fill up. I still enjoy amazing sales revenues. Business Energetics Academy is growing with the most powerful leaders in the world who are thriving and growing their businesses in a new way. Because detachment, because service, because devotion to the highest good of the client, not just me personally. This is how I sell, and this is how I teach my amazing business energetics mentors to lead their sales conversations. You might know that you have opportunity to talk to one of my business energetics mentors to guide you what program is best for you inside of Business Energetics Academy, or is it even right for you, and so forth. And here's the thing, I teach them to lead these conversations in exactly the same way. Not once did I go to my team or to my mentors and ask, how many conversations did you have? What's your sales conversion? To me, that's rubbish, and that actually is so old, so wounded masculine, and actually can create barriers in selling. Because here's the thing, global consciousness is rising. Spiritual consciousness is rising. Your consciousness is rising, and your potential clients' consciousness is rising. So your clients will feel through, they will see through, whether they realize it or not, through any little nuance of, oh, she's there for herself or he's there for himself rather than me. So to me, attaching and selling ice to Eskimo is BS. It's old. It needs to be on its way out. And I break this rule, and I believe in detachment and simply helping client to make the yes or no decision for them, whichever is best for them. And before we continue, I would love to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Business Energetics Academy. Because honestly, what else would it be? Because it's Business Energetics Academy where business beyond logic, where wild wealth beyond limits, where limitless success beyond strategy, and where fulfillment beyond measure don't just become possible, they become inevitable. And so if you're watching this and thinking, hey, I want to grow my business from this place, and I want to be a co-architect of this new global paradigm in the world, well, you're already being called into the field of Business Energetics Academy. The link is below this video, and you will know if it's for you. And for now, let's continue with the magic, shall we? The second sales rule I personally break every time, and that is I don't follow up. I mean, you've heard it a million times. You've got to follow up 5, 6, 7 times to get a yes. Maybe. But you know what? I found myself in past when I was holding one-on-one sacred sales conversations that following up created, again, attachment in me, and something I simply never felt was right for me. So you know what I did? I switched it around. I told myself, I'm not going to follow this rule. I'm simply going to tell clients, I will not follow up on you. And that's what I started to do during my sales conversations, or at the end of the sales conversations. The power is in your hands. I will not follow up on you, but I will ask you to let me know with your yes or no decision by, you tell me when. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's a few days. You tell me when. So we would create, instead of me following up, have you made your decision? How are you doing? Instead of that, we would make a beautiful agreement with the client. Let me know by certain time, whatever you agree, whether you will be stepping into this program or not, whether it's yes or no. Because look, I'm not very good at follow-up, and I trust in your decision making, you see? And again, do I have less sales for it? Maybe, but I would never know. But what I do know is that every single client who steps into Business Energetics Academy is doing it from place of total sovereignty and empowerment. And that is why they create such an incredible transformations and create so much growth in their businesses and lives. So that matters to me so much more. So yes, I don't follow up. And if you feel like you don't want to follow up, well, don't follow up either. And even without follow-up, you can still be insanely successful and insanely impactful. Sales rule number 3 I break is that I do not offer discounts to persuade. Does it mean that I never ever offer discounts? No, not that. But I never use the discounts as a way to persuade client to jump, to go for it. Again, to me, that's that convincing tactic, that's the persuasion tactic that is based on a wounded masculine and is slowly but surely crumbling. Instead, when I do offer discount or a bonus, it's after I know client made that decision. So in that way, that's a nice, beautiful reward. So for instance, if I know the client already made decision internally or they voiced it, and at that point they will get, okay, and you will get, let's say 10% activation key, which will take the investment by 10% down. I mean, how beautiful is that? It comes from genuine place rather than, oh, but only today you can get 10%, only for the next 2 hours, otherwise you're losing out. This stuff, the FOMO, the urgency, you're gonna lose out if you don't go for this offer. Again, it's still working in the world, but it's working less and less because of that energetic discernment that is growing in clients' awareness and is not going to work in a couple of years, is not going to work at all. So if you're finding that you're still using these old tactics to persuade, to convince, to create that urgency right now, and it doesn't feel good with your soul, drop them now. Drop them now. You do not need to discount to persuade. It really all comes down to you knowing your value, you helping client from the place of service and helping them to make a sovereign, empowered decision. And that's more than enough. And finally, I don't work too hard to help overcome clients' objections. Again, does it mean that I do not at all help clients to overcome their objections? Not at all. But I will tell you, I don't work hard to do that. In fact, I have this unwritten rule. It's like the opposite rule that I've written for myself. When it comes to clients' objections, I know, and you probably know it too, that's actually client really wants to make a change, is interested in your work, wants to do it, but there is some unresolved fear that is preventing them from making that step forward. Typically, surface objections such as I can't afford it or now it's not the right time is not a real fear. It's just masking the real fear. So absolutely, I'm not against. In fact, I believe it's a good thing when we support client to actually look at the deeper fear, because that fear or unresolved question, it might be a pattern that has been holding them back in many areas of their lives for the longest time, not just in this particular context. So it's a good thing to help them to uncover that and to help them with that. However, to what extent are you going to help them to coach through those objections, to help them to reframe, to help them to guide them through it? My rule is that I will only help them to the extent I would be happy to help them when they're already inside of my paid containers. Whether it's a Limitless Creator, Limitless Millionaire Changemaker, or Inner Circle, I want empowered clients. I want clients that already have got that enough sovereignty that they can, excuse my language, when they're aware, they can overcome their own shit, like I do, like you do. You don't need to be taken through, every single little thing that is a fear or whatever it might be. Oh, my darling, this, go, I'll push you up the hill. You wouldn't like that, would you? Treat you like a powerless princess? So no, I don't treat my potential clients like powerless princesses and princes. No, instead, I believe it's enough to bring into awareness what the real limitations, fears, are, that it may be limiting them for a while. You're aware of this, and I trust you will know what to do. I trust you will find a way how to talk to your logician, how to talk to this fear, because I'm not going to be there for my client with every single fear, every single doubt throughout the year we're working together. No, that I would be their slave. It's not gonna happen. So no, I don't work too hard to overcome client sales objections. I find it disempowering, and you don't have to work too hard at it either. Now, my dear one, I just shared with you 4 sales rules I'm definitely breaking when it comes to selling. And if you resonated, I also have a powerful invitation for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the old style of selling based on wounded masculine is definitely crumbling. You feel it as well. And it's up to us, the change makers of the world, the leaders of a new economy, business energetics, to fully embody the new style of selling, business energetics based on soul, based on integrity, based on alignment, based on purpose. There is so much abundance in this way of selling. It's just the human mind doesn't believe it. Human mind often thinks, but I've got to create this urgency or this or that. Why would they buy from me if they don't have the urgency? That's human mind. That's old programming. So I have an invitation for you to join me in my newest masterclass and activation called Selling Beyond Logic, which is all about transitioning from selling in a traditional old way to selling from your soul, to let your energy sell. We will be talking about this new economy, what's going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years, how to get ready, consumers' behavior, how we're changing, but also we'll be talking about how you can sell as source, as universe, as creator within you, how to truly sell from alignment and purpose and get incredible results, because you deserve to be wildly, deliciously rewarded for your soul work. So there's going to be a lot, but please do not expect masterclass for your brain. It's going to be way more than that. It's going to be activation and energetic recalibration for your soul. A recalibration that will serve you for years to come. There's a symbolic fee to turn you from I'll try it out into active receiver. And should you like to, this 3-day masterclass and activation or 3-part masterclass and activation will be available for purchase. You can keep it for life. So yes, we will put the link to Selling Beyond the Logic in the description below. Feel happy to join us. And in the meantime, may I just say, F the rules. Create your own, because after all, you are limitless creator, and there is nothing you cannot be, do, or have when you decide to make your business a creative outlet of your soul. So much love to you, and I'll see you next time.